Well, here we are with some Binding of Isaac. Gonna go for a daily, not online, not a new run, not a challenge. Is it a challenge? I've got no idea where it even is. Daily run. Yeah, solo. Is that CAIN? Maybe my favourite character in the game? I think it is. And it goes all the way to Mother. So yeah, we have Infinity % now, which for a long time I've been calling Infinity God. I think it sounds better, to be honest, Infinity God versus Infinity %, but what do we do now? I think for the time being I might do a few dailies, just while I decide on where I want to go with the Isaac content. Obviously we could just pick random characters and play to random endings. We could try and get streaks. Could do a lot of stuff. But just while I'm kind of deciding, just kind of feeling out what people would like to see, I'll do a couple of the dailies, which I haven't done in a long time, ever since I unlocked everything that dailies require. I quite like the idea of that trinket box, if I could get it. Mum's box of trinkets. 5 coins, a single bomb. If I get lucky with the statue and play the... Whoa. If I play the blood bank a couple of times, I might get lucky. If I get a healther from this boss fight, that should... Okay, that should be enough. That should do it. As long as I get lucky with the bomb. Oh, it's going to send me to the alt path as well, though. But be careful going down to 1 health. Lots going on in the world, isn't there? I haven't really gone much anecdotal Isaac commentary, but maybe that's one thing I could switch from talking purely about the Isaac runs, which I typically do every now and then. I went and decided to talk about something else. Usually songs and games. Look at this, so much going on. Let's do this, do this. Okay, that's fine. I would have preferred a little more than that. Oh, but I can... Yeah, okay, it's a choice, isn't it? It's a choice, because you get the IV bag or you go for the trinket box. I think I prefer the trinket box. 3... I think I just prefer this. Let's do this. Wow, that's really good on CAIN. Nah, I can stick with the one I have. Alright, yeah, let's go. Pretty good. Pretty good start. IV bag, there's an argument for. Speaking of films and games and stuff, I think it was just the Oscars, which I don't watch. I don't typically watch films when they're new. What I tend to do with a lot of media is wait a long time. Oh god, that's really good. Careful. Okay, I guess I immediately renege. Is that the word? On the thing I just bought there. Box of trinkets. I don't think that is the secret room. So easy to talk about Isaac as I'm playing. Definitely preferable. Yeah, so what I tend to do with media is I tend to wait until a long time after it's out. And then go through like the best of lists. And that way I can filter out a lot of games and stuff that have bad reviews, films that most people don't enjoy, and I just watch the best of the best. I think that's a good way to do a lot of things. Patient. Comes from a patient gamer mentality. Patient. Full health. I think the ultra secret. For some reason I feel like it's not next to the shop. I don't know why I think that. But if it's not next to the shop, then it's here. It is next to the shop. Why did I think that was ruled out as an option? Don't know. Shame. Was there a battery in here? There was, but I can't afford it. But I can though. I think it's pretty guaranteed to be above the shop now. Unless it's not, and it's going to make me look like an idiot. Lots of games, like maybe my favourite game series of all time, Borderlands, which I only started in Borderlands 2, and I only started that after it dropped on PlayStation Plus, which I don't know how long after the release that was, but it must be a while. And yeah, it grew into the game that I've played more than most. Probably not as much as Isaac. Maybe though. There's a split, definitely split over PS3, PS4, PS5 and Steam with Borderlands 2, so maybe, not sure. This guy's a bit of a champion, isn't he? I guess not technically a champion, but I'm tempted to chariot. Got lots of health, and he's very dangerous. That feels like a like maybe you can dodge that, but I didn't want to test it. That one I don't. That's a sick attack right there. Oh, gotta concentrate on these bosses to not just shred a bunch of health. Saying that, there's a lot of games that I did get on launch, games like GTA, and when the next one comes out I'll probably want to get that as well. I think certain games you just know are going to be good. But I've definitely been stung before. Anthem. Go Angels. Yeah, it's tough. I think the best practice is to wait for reviews, but I understand people who can't wait. Wow. This floor is like... You're definitely meant to just find the ultra secret, and it's probably down. It might not be down here, but I'll probably check that first, is what I'm saying. What I said was wrong initially there. You're meant to just go for the boss challenge, because it's guaranteed value versus ultra secret. So yeah, I will do that. It's a bit of a mistake to make there. Not my finest hour. But I reset. Yeah, take the lost coin. Maybe not the best idea actually, because this is this can be depths, what's it called, alt path bosses here, and I really don't feel that strong yet, even though I've got the Jesus juice, so maybe I'm slightly better off than I was on the last floor. Could even consider using bombs for boss damage, because I don't really need bombs that much. There's 3 secret rooms on this one. And as for the other ultra secret room, I think I'm going to try the L above the L. Seems likely. Okay, first hit the knockout drops. Oh, I don't know if that was right though. Okay, take the pills, ranger. And check out this. I mean, why not get this first? I like both of these, and there's a reroll machine. Crazy. I think I'm going to take Ron Baby though, because it's a step towards Conjoined. Conjoined is pretty strong. And now I'm thinking it's probably... I guess I am going to do it here, but I don't think that was likely anymore. Might not get my my angel now. Let's see, Diplo Crooked Penny. Jesus Christ, what a selection! There. Oh wow, what a room on there on CAIN. Shot speed. Yeah, there's good stuff. Lots of good stuff. Was there a battery? A battery? I guess I can curse room. And I will. Soul of Isaac. Really worth doing if I manage to get the deal on this floor. I think the red room is right of the boss challenge. I think. But it could be above here. Could be either. Don't know. Soul of Isaac, of course, goes well in Angel Deals. And look how quickly I go to talking strictly about Isaac again. I think I just tend to think a lot about the game as I'm playing. And I do it with most games. Look at that. Take soap. Take this, bomb this. Gets a charge, which means I get to actually attempt the red room as well. And use Soul of Isaac for another angel item. Death certificate exists as well on dailies.
Soul of Isaac.
Bible is Seraph in progress, which means I'm one away from flight now as well. What a run! This is a nice one. First daily in a while, and it's pretty good. I'm gonna go left of shop, but I could be. Yeah, okay, that's nice. I wasn't sure. Get some damage. Maybe get some coins. Shame I can't get a Diplo. There's an interesting choice as well. I think I'll stick with this. Maybe just leave. Oh, okay, there was a sick play on this floor if you went to the shop first. Oh, it's locked until you get the piece of the knife. I think there's still a sick play on this floor then. Almost a sick play. With the flames. So ideally you should Diplo already. You should have Diploed in the item room. Let's do this. Diplo in the item room, which then lets you... What does it let you do? Oh, Diplo the key piece in the deal. That's what you meant to do. Okay, I wasn't thinking. And then also the Soul of Isaac. Oh, and there's no reroll machine in here? No. Well, I've messed up on this then, haven't I? Yeah, at the very least I should have Diploed in the Angel. It wasn't a guaranteed one. Since I've got Diplo and I can't use it for anything else, I may as well take down the boss and Diplo whatever the boss has got. Thank you, Quince. Damn. Missed opportunity there. Diplo. The Diplo in the item room with the reroll is such a good play, but... And the Soul of Isaac as well. So as Diplos go, you know, I'm not massively happy with that, but you know, getting 6 luck is pretty good. So it does force you to do the key pieces, the knife pieces here, which I never knew. There's quite a few dailies I did on the way to getting the 90 that you need, and I never knew that you actually have to grab the knife pieces. So good to know. I'm not going to be amazingly ranked here, that's for sure. I just want to get the win more than anything. I like winning. And there we go, it opens that. Very good to know. What is the game then that you played longest after it came out, that you ended up enjoying the most? I don't think, like, I couldn't say Isaac for that because I played it, again, that was a PS Plus thing. That's when I first played Isaac, but it must have been on PS Plus way after it released, so you know. But okay, I don't know what I'm saying there. Don't know what I'm getting at. It's a waste of coins. Borderlands 2, maybe I'd have to say. The Witcher, actually, because I played that a couple of years after that came out. And that's an insanely good game. The Witcher 3. Still, every now and then I get the itch to go back and play it, but it's a difficult one. Try and get the platinum, but you have to. I think you got to beat it on deathmatch, which I did do on console at one point, but I never did the full grinds to get. There's something I missed. Yeah, just blow you up, to be honest. And again, the red room is somewhere juicy. I'm gonna go for there. Yeah, gotta shout The Witcher. What else? Games that I played way after they came out that ended up being some of my favourites. Like, I played Mass Effect the other year, a couple of years ago, but I wouldn't put that in my favourite games. Like, it was alright. I don't quite get the hype for that. Cyberpunk as well, I don't quite get the hype. Don't think Bernhardt's makes sense. I did get the platinum on Cyberpunk, but yeah. Red Dead Redemption, okay, maybe that's got to be top of the list, because I did play that a couple of years after that came out, and that is definitely one of my favourites. So good. The second one. Slay the Spire I've got to add in there as well. Diablo 3 actually as well, that's got to go up there. It's definitely good, lots of good contenders. Subnautica, now that I think about it. What an insanely good game. Placenta, obviously an amazing item. We'll go back, try and find this red room, which I think could be above top left. Maybe has to be, unless it keeps going. It's definitely a flaw where you do that. Yeah, I'll hang off. Leave the soul hearts. We'll be doing the self-sack. Try and get strong. I'm pretty sure the red room is up here. Pretty sure. There. Okay. Eat my words. That's a strange one then. I'm looking at the map. It's got to be somewhere far left. And I do have a spare battery, so if I get another charge, maybe I'll get 2 batteries worth. Maybe. Then there's the opposite. How do you even phrase it? Construct? That's not right. Games that you got on release that were actually worth it. I'll tell you what doesn't count towards that. Anthem. That was horrible. It had Flight going for it, but that's it. That's all it had. You know what's wild? I actually think 1, 2. I think I know where the red room is, but it's such a wild location if it is. There's 2 wild locations that it could be actually. But let me start with this. The center. Pascals. Don't need to get that, so let's not. Okay, that's fine. Don't even need to use the red health. Oh, maybe I do. Okay, I've got 2 locations in mind. I guess it's transformation progress. Let's go, let's go. Let's see. Alright, let me try this first. Nice. It could also have been below. Wild, right. Champion belt. Yeah, pretty risky actually on the alt path. champion enemies here are pretty sick. Hate fighting them. What's that? Don't forget that. Grab that. Let's go. I could also have bought the stew. Stew's pretty good if you're going for speed. But I think I'm good to go. Back in the day, it would have been a lot of Call of Duty games. Black Ops 3 release, one of the best games I've still. And people might not agree, but I think nostalgia is such a powerful factor. Strength and tower. I think I'm gonna go for this trinket. I don't know what that's gonna do. It's pretty bad damage. Let's just pop this. Nah, I'm good. I'm good unless I get a devil deal and come back and get it. COD games. There's still... there's not many games I actually bought on release, even way back in the day. Let me add Skyrim to the other side as well. So many games I played way after they launched. Let's do this. Random item in a red room. Champion enemy here. I wonder where Minecraft sits in that, because that wasn't really... I probably got it like a year into... Well, I got it at 1.2.5, which, considering how long it's been since then, like, you could argue both ways, I suppose. And obviously a very, very good game. I don't know, let me know. Let me know the games that you played way after they came out. I'll take that for Flight, even though Infinite Bombs is also nice. I've not finished Hollow Knight, so that could be a contender. You know, that's a very good game. I should finish it. And Silksong. Silksong is like... I've heard it's harder. Take that. Get this, see what it is. That's fine. Is that the red room there? Oh, what is that? No, it's just a red secret. No, it's a secret room. Yeah, fair enough. 48-hour energy. Kind of a waste sometimes. I mean, I just keep a full health pill. Oh, it's an echo chamber? Christ. What a ridiculous item. I think most people play this daily. I get so the thing is, trying to talk about other stuff while also playing an Isaac run, I gotta respect anyone who can do it. I just get so excited about what's happening in the run. Echo chamber is just ridiculous. One of the things, so listening to Northern Lion, because he went heavy on the anecdotes. I think that's why he was so popular, because it wasn't about the Isaac when he was heavy into the Isaac. It was about what he was saying during the videos. And half the people watching would get upset because he'd make, like, not mistakes, but you know, he'd make gameplays that were not necessarily optimal. I guess is the best way of putting it. I want to say the neutral way of putting it. There's a better way to phrase that. What is it? The some way of putting it. Nice. I know what I'm trying to say. You probably know what I'm trying to say. Passive way? Not passive, something like that. Neutral. Gotta get the thesaurus. And this is why I think I'm pretty good at playing games while recording. I mean, I've got infinity % now. Clearly I can do difficult things while recording, but thinking at the same time, that is where, I'm not saying that that's where I lack, but that's the thing that probably needs improvement most. when it comes to my commentaries during the gameplay. Yeah. But to be as good as Northern Lion at the anecdotes, that I guess is the goal of anyone trying to do YouTube. That's right, I could take the flat pennies. I got 30 keys, I could just leave. Don't care about telekinesis. Got both, got all the rooms. Time to go. Honestly, I thought I did the boss already. Got lots of health. I'd happily take a devil deal at this point. Gotta hide. Tell you what I did see today. Well, sorry, yesterday, but recording the day after. Technically today, because I saw it after midnight last night. But Nvidia released a video about DLSS 5. And the response has been pretty bad. I don't like it personally, but I don't like a lot of things in games. I don't like the heavy monetization of the gaming industry. I don't like, and I also don't like the push towards fidelity of graphics. I've said it before, but give me a stylized game any day of the week. Give me Borderlands any day of the week. 4, 5, I had a lot of health. Like a lot of health. Yeah, we'll go in here. We'll do this. We'll do this. You use 48-hour energy to lock it into Echo Chamber, and then you move on. Take that. Good stuff. Yeah. People saying it looks like AI slot filter on the faces, and I have to agree. It just makes all the faces. Maybe I saw one comment. The yassification filter. And that's what AI is doing. All these demon beggars on this run, the little pimps going crazy. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think games should be stylized. They should have a distinct art style. It's a problem that I've had with the Unreal Engine 5 and how it's got a distinctive look, and you could argue that it's on the developers, that they could be using the engine differently. They could use it and do their own art style, but a lot of them go for the default look of Unreal Engine 5. And it looks very... You can just tell when you're playing an Unreal Engine 5 game. And for me, it's this like kind of film grainy effect that's always present, even though you turn the film grain down in the settings. It's always present. You obviously take that, you take that, you take that. Could take that to see what's behind it, but I don't really care. You can just tell Unreal Engine games. I want to say, and this is where I could immediately like show myself up for being completely wrong, but I feel like even Borderlands 3, I think, is when I first became really aware of it, because it had this film grain kind of effect going, which wasn't present in Borderlands 2, and Borderlands 2 had such a good art style, and it's still alright in Borderlands 3, but the grainy effect that's in the game is there. It's noticeable, and it looks the same as other Unreal Engine games. And I feel like this DLSS 5 thing, which shouldn't even be called that because it's not DLSS, it's some other feature attached to DLSS. That needs a rename to start with. But if a developer start using that to like edit the faces and textures of all their games, and they'll all just become AI washed with this neural network nonsense, I think it's a step back. And that's why RAM costs as much as it does. But what can you do? I've had this issue I've been playing games a long time, and I've had my time debating on Reddit and railing against microtransactions. There's nothing you can do because people buy these things anyway. The kids that are growing up today, this is what they're used to, this is what they like. They'll buy the skins in Fortnite. Did you know that people in schools, kids bully other kids because they don't have the latest skins in Fortnite? They do fit checks with Fortnite. Did you know that? There's a choice. That's a pretty big choice. I'm going to go with the apple, but I think the sinus might be better. I just like seeing the razors. I've already seen Curse of the Tower as well. Yeah, Fortnite putting up the price of V-Bucks too. So people are getting bullied because they don't have the latest skins or whatever. And then Epic are increasing the price. Why? Do you know how much profit that game makes? The only reason is greed. That's all I can say about that. But I've done my time. I've done my time trying to stop the game industry from getting worse. And it's such a losing battle. Okay. On to Gehenna 2. Now, how did I even get to that conversation? Who knows? Okay, free boss challenge. I hope I didn't miss one of those at some point. This feels like a win, I will say. Do you reckon that is hearts? Yeah, it does definitely feel like a win. Strength, sun. I guess you load up a sun card into Echo Chamber. Keeping this full health pill, I don't need to keep it. Just take strength for the fight later on. Take some more tears. I wouldn't mind Beelzebub if I found that a slight chance at getting it. And another full health pill. Wow, that's crazy, crazy stuff. I don't have mapping like this. Oh, the sun, that's right. That could be a secret room. What else I was reading? People are upset with wrestling. I really, like, that was a game. That might be the series that I played the most as a kid, that I've played like essentially zero of as an adult. SmackDown versus Raw, and what's the other variant of that? SmackDown. There was a SmackDown game, but it wasn't like SmackDown versus Raw. I seem to remember, which was pretty good. Played a lot of it. The Rey Mysterio, Undertaker. Did I have batteries? Hidden Soul. Use this in the secret room. This is juicy. Boom. Well, that's not so juicy. I guess I'll take him, whatever. I don't think I'll be finding anything else. Yeah, what? Oh yeah, just classic 2K stuff. Battle Pass, but it's called like Ringside Pass or something, and it's really egregious and greedy, like everything in the gaming industry. I think that's why I'm drawn to indie and older games sometimes, but I do still get the itch to play games like COD and Warzone, I guess, but that's still COD. Second tier's up pill. Yeah, I'm good. There's definitely games that'll come up that are like AAA games. GTA, the next Naughty Dog game, Intergalactic or whatever it's gonna be called. There's way more as well. I can't think of right now that are gonna come out at some point that I will want to play. But in between, like, they don't seem to keep my interest for long. Whereas a game like Isaac, I'll play for 1,000 hours. May as well just open that, whatever. Slay the Spire, Factorio, Satisfactory, these smaller indie games that can hold the attention for way longer. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe you just gotta accept that the games that I enjoyed growing up are no longer built towards me. They're built towards a generation that will pay money for like, that's what it's all about. And I can't abide it because I was used to games where it was more cheat codes if you wanted to unlock weird things. Everything was, you got everything, you could unlock anything on the game in a reasonable amount of time. Because none of the live service nonsense. I guess I'm gonna do this. I don't really care about the familiars. Who did it take? Did I lose a fly, maybe? I might have lost both flies. Can't tell. Quite like the dailies, actually. Now that I'm playing one, the fact that it's got a set ending and you don't have to decide where you're going, you just kind of try and say that quick. Railroaded into it. Oh, okay, there's a game that I played on release. And you know what? People didn't... Some people didn't like it, and yet... I'll just say it. Fallout 4. That's a game I've spent a lot of time in. And I guess it probably improved over time. But I enjoyed it at launch. I enjoyed it now. I've had many playthroughs over the years. And I got it at launch and it was good. So it can happen. Some people would disagree with that because, as with all Bethesda games, it's buggy at launch sometimes. Soft locks. Nah, no soft locks if you make save files. What am I thinking? Just bugs. Just bugs. There's a little tip. Use the red key before you finish the room for an extra charge. Get some spun action going. Damage. I'm probably just popping strength in the mother fight. I mean, this is a win. It's a very quick one as well, considering its alt path. Why is that? That's just red room, is it? Did the red rooms give us power? I've got no clue how it ended up being this juicy of a run. I think I found the red room on every floor actually, which is nice. Would not mind a deal. But there's no way I'm going to get Dark Princes active, it's just not going to happen. Well, we talked a little bit about the gaming industry. I'm not that happy with the gaming industry, but I still appreciate there's lots of good games that come out, even recently. I guess I'll put Baldur's Gate up there even though it's not that recent anymore. There's definitely always games. I get Slay the Spires sold like 3 million copies, the second one. So games still come out that are good and don't squeeze you. Silk Song, I guess, which I haven't played, but reviews are insane. Mugenics, I don't know how the reviews are going for Mugenics. It's supposed to have a lot of content there. Did not mean to drop that, but it's alright. I haven't looked at like the player counts or anything. Is it still going strong? I should check out how it's developed, because I think it launched pretty overwhelming positive reception. But sometimes games do that, and then pretty swiftly start garnering negative, like, as people get to the end game and stuff. It's actually something that gaming companies do sometimes. Like they'll embargo the reviews, or they won't release like review copies until a couple of days before it comes out, and people don't have time to get to the end game. I know what example I've got. Diablo 4. I'm pretty sure that released to like, I wouldn't say overwhelming, but it released to some pretty strong positive reception. But then when people got to the end game, which took a little while, takes a little while to grind to, like, I think it was level 80 or something, people realized that the content wasn't there for a Diablo game, like, compared to the other Diablo games. But at the same time, I find games sometimes do have a lot of content, and people claim they don't. Maybe it's just a comparative thing. Now, I'll tell you what it is. I'll give you an example for this as well. I never played Civilization 4. But apparently that was the best Civilization. But some people swear that Civilization 5 is the best, and I think it was really good. And then people say, in comparison, Civilization 6 was horrible compared to Civilization 5. But I thought it was good. I enjoyed it a lot. And then maybe it's the comparison, people wanted it to be more like Civilization 5. I haven't played Civilization 7, but looking at the reviews on that, I think people were right with that one. I didn't like the idea of the mechanic of switching civilizations, so I never did that. Never went and got it. But it is an example of a game series that is meant to get better the longer it's been since release. That's common knowledge. So I'd always wait for a Civilization game, and it looks like this is a definite one to apply that. Man, talked about a bunch of stuff this episode. It's quite fun, actually. Get to air a lot of my grievances. But I don't know if that is what people like. That was, wow. Second phase went faster, way faster than the first. I don't know what that was about. There's a daily. Wow. Wow, a lot. So a couple of things with that rank and time. I'm surprised so many people are playing the dailies. Still a very popular game, Isaac. But I'm also surprised above 1,000 does surprise me. I guess the time and the damage. I did take quite a bit of damage, and I wasn't exactly speeding through, so it makes sense. But because I did everything and the red rooms and stuff, I thought maybe that would counteract. But that'll get me into the whole debate of how the dailies are scored, and I talked about that a lot when I was doing the actual dailies. Leaderboards. Has not played the daily run, huh? Has not played the daily run. I don't know, I feel like I just did. Did it increase my streak? It does load the leaderboard. What am I doing? I'm looking at the solo score. You have not entered. Okay. Well, I know where it said I was. I remember TJ Choi still playing. I remember them. They always come very high. Died though, apparently. Very strange. But I hope you enjoyed this episode of Isaac, which is no longer a road to 100. It's just out there in the ether. I hope you enjoyed it. Catch you next time.